Uh, all right. My name's Julio. I am on this current season of Mark's Challenge. I was in last season, didn't do so well. Now going into this season, I feel like not much has happened, at least in my diet, in my confessional. So I'm gonna just kind of summarize the first couple weeks so far. Going back to last season, it was a duo season. I was partnered with my in real life friend Kyle. We got eliminated first, but we won the battle back. You know, entered the house while there was still a good amount of drama going on, so we got to cruise pretty much up till final 7, and then we lost. Going into this round, we were told it was going to be teams instead of duos. And a whole bunch of vets got, their invitations while the last season was still going on. I was one of them, so I expected it to be, veterans versus rookies. We go into the game starts, and, we get paired up with one of the rookies. I get partnered up with some guy named Jay, and Kyle has a partner, JDC or something like that. So we're making our connection with our partners, and then all of a sudden we're told, just kidding, it's a team game, not duos. And it ends up being rookies and veterans. The first competition rolls around. It's a cool spelling competition, and everyone's given 2 letters. I have C and T, and for spelling out words, those are pretty good letters to have. I think it was Pino on our side who was kind of leading everything, and he did good. He was a good leader. He got us the win pretty much, and with just me being there, I managed to get, I think, 4th place total on our side. I don't know. It was a pretty chill round. Again, I was just kind of trying to lay low, using the fake duos we had at the start. I made an alliance with me and Jay, and then Kyle and JDC. We call it Nip Slip. Nip Slip. We made it through the first round, no problems. Our fake duos weren't in any danger. I reassured them that I would let them know if they were. I would do what I can to keep them safe. Going into the second round, we got split into different teams. Teams of 5, I think it was. Everyone had their own game to play, and everyone was ranked depending on what game you played. My team didn't win, but we weren't in the bottom 2 either, so we weren't in any danger. I got 2nd place in my game. A lot of my team did pretty well too, 2nd or 3rd place, but it didn't grant us the win. Ultimately, it didn't matter. I did like that the teams ended up getting changed up, because ultimately I don't think we're going to run the final as a team. I think the final is going to be an individual thing, and honestly, I don't want to go run a final with all the veterans. All the veterans. Like, I'm sure a lot of the rookies are good players too. But I feel like the veteran side is kind of dominating, and I feel like they need to be taken out. After I guess backtrack a little too. After the first competition, we were kind of deciding who of the rookies to nominate. Jay, my fake duo, had told me Mist was kind of leading the other side and that he was kind of rubbing people the wrong way. So I suggested throwing Mist's name out. And then Ashley messaged me privately and she's like, no, like delete that message, because Mist and Pino are like our homies. And so I deleted it. Someone else brought it up. I think I ended up getting away with that mistake. I'm glad Ashley was looking out for me. I didn't understand why at first, but then Kyle reminded me that Ashley and Samantha were a duo last season that we were pretty tight with. So, even though I'm not really talking to Ashley much, she is someone I am gonna look out for. Now we're into this third week. We got split up into teams of 4 for like a puzzle relay race. Right off the bat, again, I don't know if I was just taking this kind of too personal or not, but right off the bat, Globalist, called me out and said, "Oh, Julio's probably gonna do the easy puzzle," and that was true. I'm always gonna be one to suggest the one in the first 2 levels of difficulty because I don't want the competition to fall on me, and I'm playing on mobile. Like, I can't really do puzzles on my phone. Doesn't do me well, but it is what it is. He called me out, so I know he's gonna be someone I'm willing to call out if I ever win any power. What a nasty tan. This is gross. I'm sorry. But then all of a sudden, they show the results. I have to draw a card, I have to flip. I forgot what they called it. I have to flip one of the kill cards, and last round, I had told myself that if I'm ever in the draw, I'm gonna pick the very last number because there's a very good chance one of the first 9 people or however many people I have to draw cards are gonna get picked into the elimination before the last card gets pulled, And then last round, the very last card was the kill card. And luckily for me, I wasn't in it, so, it was just a shock. But then going into this draw, I have to draw a card. I had jumped into the chat a little later, so some numbers had already been picked. And I wanted to pick the first card because, again, what are the chances of it being the first card? And it was definitely the first card this time around. So if I would have gotten my way, I would have been in this double elimination. So luckily I picked number 2. I got safe. And then now I just kind of have to wait to see who goes home. From the picks that the gods chose, Jay got picked for the reason that they hadn't talked to him too much, and that's fine. Excuse me. But Kyle got a vote from someone, and that worries me. 'Cause now Kyle's name is out there, Jay's name is out there. Those are 2 people I'm working with. Jay, Kyle, and JDC, they're really the only people that I talk to one-on-one. I have made almost 0 effort to talk to people one-on-one, besides that first day. Besides the day the show started. And I don't know, I feel like that might come to bite me in the butt later. In my eyes, there's way too many people still playing the game. I'll start trying to make those connections once maybe a third of them are gone, maybe Yeah, I think about like a third of the way through. That's when I'm gonna start talking to people a little more. You know, it's not like Survivor or Big Brother, where just the cast is a lot smaller. And even with the big cast, a lot of times, like at least with Survivor, you're split into two teams. You're not allowed to talk to the other side, so you're still only talking to like 8 to 10 people. So that's something I do need to work on. But I would say overall, I think I'm doing pretty well. I don't have really. Again, my only complaints are the people who called me out, called Kyle out, and called Jay out. And, you know, if I do get power, those are the names I'm going to say. I don't care. You know, it is smart to kind of keep the strong people in the game for a little while just because, you know, you don't want to be teamed up with a weaker person. But at the same time, a lot of the choices being made for the people to go into the elimination are the people who did the worst. So if I keep them around, there are some people I'm going to be doing better than. What else? I don't know. I feel like, again, not much has happened on my end. I feel like, besides like my Nip Slip Alliance, I feel like people I'm talking to most are the hosts. Like, they're fucking hilarious. They crack me up. You know, they like what they do and they're good at it. So it's nice to interact with them. And again, maybe I'm gonna get some favor. A little rigging here or there. Like, you know, just think about it. But I don't know. I feel like this video confessional was a little more boring than I wanted it to be. But again, I'm just kind of summarizing my thoughts for the first 3 weeks. I've been kind of low key, just chiming into the house chat so I'm not invisible. And, you know, I just gotta coast for a little longer and then, you know, I'll start playing a little harder. I think that's all for now. Until next time.